downtown Minneapolis, a look at beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. Will Reichert will get this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds on a very solid return. Well, Falcons come out there led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
And in year two, it's really where we see the growth between being a rookie starting quarterback in the NFL and now a quote-unquote veteran quarterback in the NFL. And some of those early lessons that he went through, the ups and downs that are inevitable for any young rookie quarterback, now it's can he build on those? Can he take that neck that they all think he can be?
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Mooney in motion. On first down, right back to Robinson. And this time they are ready for throw for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike Reed's run gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On 2nd down, Penix. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
We spent so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, here is Penix. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Josh Metellus. And the Vikings are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it. So
look at play action here with McCarthy. Looking for his tight end there, but let him fall. Incompletion. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy. And off the deflection, it is taken in. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it is received. 3rd and 2. Here we go. 3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the ball.
On 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. The Falcons are going to send Jamal Agnew deep to return. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Falcons offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd in their own end. It's 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And a good game. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line. That up good for a dozen. Very
about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage. But that's it. It'll be 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fighting in that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
On 3rd down, Penix will try to run for it.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force fourth down.
On fourth down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. The Vikings going to send Jalen Naylor back to return. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Vikings offense ready for their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for Aaron Jones. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. A.J. Terrell up for the tackle.
At the 36-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guy on time and in rhythm. There are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Try and run for the first down with Jones. 14 yards on the pickup there.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Yard, pick up the first down, but not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. First set of downs.
And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 from the 35. Here's 2nd down and 2. From the gun, here's McCarthy. In trouble, and down he goes. Now, following that sack, we have a player who is injured. As they're down, they need 5. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. And McCarthy is going to get down and pick up the first down. Good, smart play with the slide by Taylor.
Picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
On 1st down, here's McCarthy.
How often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
That's quickly out to Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds. There is a flag on the field. And let's see what caused it. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far.
Still 2nd down.
And it draws the flag. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down. Getting some good yardage on that 2nd down.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. That one incomplete. Humphrey standing there, able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is 4th down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It's probably a touchdown.
Vikings field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Jamal Agnew now to return. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Falcons offense make their way out to take over once more. And it's been a rocky start. An interception on the first drive and then a punt the last time they had it. We're going to put a man in motion to the right. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Left side, he's got McLeod. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
You can see in the eyes of the quarterback, he's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Blake. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
From the 23, here's second down and 6. A give to Jones, heading right. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion. I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
I think a little bit of what's happened here, Mike, is this offense is having some trouble matching the level of physicality of the defense. So physically, they're getting beat at the point of attack, and I think these last 2 plays are a great example why.
On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. Going right, it's taken in. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown here. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Ray McLeod on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
What you see there is really the key to a good free safety blitz. Time the snap so that the offense cannot determine that you're rushing. That's exactly what happened here. He's able to bring the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Penix. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. They get 24 on that one. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. Room to run inside the 40. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. It's a big run by Robinson. 39 yards.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Another run here for Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 5.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Vikings with the edge. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2 as they come up to face 3rd and 5. On the give, it's Robinson. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. He's able to reach the ball out. He did it. Great spot and a great run. 1st down, 1st and goal.
So often, Mike, you can tell a team's decision on 4th down by what they call on 3rd down. So I think after that 3rd down run, it was pretty clear that, hey, even if we don't get it here, we're comfortable going for it again on 4th down, but didn't turn out to be the case. Because
under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
it's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. A give, and here comes Robinson. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
So on 2nd down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I I don't think you had any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
On 3rd and goal, it's Penix. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. This is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Whose kick is good. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. 23 yards on that pass play. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards.
A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
2nd and inches. Again, it's Jones. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chain.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They run it once more with Jones. Had to push through that one tackler, but he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
To throw, it's McCarthy. Flush to his right. Off he goes. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide. Well done.
He'll run again.
J.J. McCarthy on the keeper. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it's going to be 3rd down.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
That is hauled in at the 5. And the Vikings are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
And the Vikings, 1st down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
A loss of 2.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. This one could be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
A 6-yard loss.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
They'll look to throw for it with McCarthy. He's going to keep it, and he's into the end zone. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown, Vikings.
That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
On now for the extra point, here's Will Riker. He's got it. The Vikings move out in front, 13-3.
13. Falcons 3.
Riker out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Agnew on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Open man down the field. It's McLeod. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They run over center with Robinson. And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's 2nd down.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Third and 2. And pass. And on third down, the ball incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And now it's fourth down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable.
That's going to be blocked. Now this is scooped up by a member of the offense. But he's not going to be able to advance past the marker. He is stopped short. And the block kick leads to a turnover on downs. The Vikings offense back onto the field for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll walk forward for about 3. It's second down.
Brings up second down.
Project, that's what you want.
Throwing now, it's McCarthy. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. First down, Minnesota.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties, make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Just shy of midfield. Here's second down and 7. Now McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 5.
McCarthy gonna look to throw again. That's caught once again by Hawkinson. And he's very close to a first down, out of bounds, right at the marker. Spot is just a little short, so it is fourth down. Here's Ryan right now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Falcons offense ready for this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start first and 10. Now Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Second and 11. From the gun, here is Penix. Taking off, and he's going to be brought down past the 20. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Plant. It's Penix. He'll get this to McLeod. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Minneapolis. After this, ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll go again with Robinson. And a nice job there, sidestepping defenders on his way. It's a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and inches at the 44-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He'll step up and run, and he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Done so successfully, and it's a first down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
He'll take off again. He'll take this one up close to the first down marker. They spot it where the slide begins. That's a pickup of about 9.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1.
So, Mike, it's actually funny to say, but these are actually the kind of offensive possessions that defenses want you to have, right? So the idea on defense is make them snap it again, make them go the long way. So at some point, when they continue to get fresh sets of downs, expect them to try to get a big play, try to generate a chunk, and try to move the ball down the field at a quicker pace.
They're going to go play action with Penix. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup 10. First down, Atlanta.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Looking to throw. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes. Jonathan Bernard in for the sack. It is a loss of 8. And now it's 3rd down.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
He's got it at about the 8. And a critical tackle there. They're getting close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the zone read, it's McCarthy. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
On second down, here's McCarthy. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times. It will fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw once more. Here's McCarthy. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone, and it's incomplete. What great work. Those hands up there, and now it's 4th down.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return. Before being forced out of bounds. The Falcons offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Jonathan Allen, the big man from the interior, with the stop.
Second and 8.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Penix. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Javon Hargrave in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Pitts is the man in motion. Now Penix on 3rd and long. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's well
He's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And here's Bijan. And it's a short pick up to about the 42. Josh Metellus, they're on the 10.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. The ball comes out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
In motion, it's Jefferson. Here's Jones. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Give an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
2nd and 10. He runs straight ahead with Jones. And some good blocking, bringing up a gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the 1st down.
And the Vikings, 1st down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
In motion, it's Jefferson. McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. Forced out wide. Now he takes off. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards. And most importantly, a 1st down.
14 yards. And the Vikings, 1st down.
There wasn't anywhere really for him to go with the ball. The defensive backs did a great job of taking away his progression read. But that pass rush, they just can't get home, and he ends up making the play with his legs and moves the chains.
And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He takes off, and he will get into the end zone. J.J. McCarthy, touchdown Vikings.
And that's just another element that defenses have to worry about when playing a team like this. You match up with all their skill guys in the route concept. but then there's nobody left to account for the quarterback, and he ends up making the play. Big-time finish, big-time play, and they end this drive with 6.
Riker now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Vikings will extend this third quarter lead.
Falcons 3.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Agnew on the return. Whoa! They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Left side, he's got McLeod. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
On the give, it's Robinson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. And it's a gain of 19 to the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
And it's going to be first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Now Penix to throw on second down. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face first and goal. They'll go play action now with Penix. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Charlie Werner, touchdown Falcons. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
His kick is good. makes the score Vikings 20, Falcons 10.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. On the return is Rodgers. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. In motion, Naylor. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over possession of the football. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
And the Falcons 1st down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. He is just gashing the defense right now. 17 more yards with that one.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. And I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. I would imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. Here's Robinson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
On 3rd down, Penix. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
4th down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
Whose kick is good. And the Falcons are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Ty Chandler now to bring it back. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's a zone read to start the drive. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll put Addison in motion. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. This one brought in by Hawkinson. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll try to run for it.
So the two components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. Fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Slot man in motion right. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Penix. Right side, catch me by McLeod. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain there of 10 yards. It's good for a Falcon 1st down. With Robinson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Robinson. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Pitts is the man in motion. Now Penix. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
The defenders knew a pass was coming. They had their ears pinned back here on 3rd down. But they initially allowed him to escape the pocket and make a break for it, but give him credit. They recognized the scramble quickly, rallied to the ball, stopped him short of the 1st down.
The Falcons send their punting unit out. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. The Vikings offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. And it'll be marked down up around the 18-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
To throw is McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
The middle, here's Jones.
Aaron Jones, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Caden Ellis. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They're all set to punt this one away.
For the Vikings.
As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
36-yard line.
The Falcons offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Another run here for Robinson. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
Blake Cashman on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Here's Penix. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. And 23 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Atlanta.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here is Penix. He's got it at the 7, and they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 32 yards.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Robinson. And he's going to go back, taken down at the 6.
Great job there by the defensive lineman. You can see, Mike, why he is one of the best interior players in the entire league, using his strength and his speed to get through into the backfield, take the running back down for a loss.
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. To throw is Penix. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get him here again.
Here comes Younghoe Koo in a pressure spot. This to get the deficit down inside of a touchdown. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
That'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense ready to get back to work. The lead sits at 4. We'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On play action, here's McCarthy. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The best play action teams, what they do so well is they marry the run game and the pass game. Before the ball is snapped, it all looks the same. Down in distance, pre-snap ID. Unfortunately, in this case, the defense knew exactly what was coming. They knew it was pass. They rushed the passer and come away with a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He'll be marked down very close to the 1st down. They got 14 of the 15 that they needed. He's going to set up a manageable 3rd and short.
So often, sacks, especially on 1st down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
And he's going to be taken down here. Pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
He's going to let one fly for Addison. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. On first down, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple yards on the pickup.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 1.
Not even a little bit. Hold on. Know yourself, know your worth. My actions been louder than my words.
Mooney in motion. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the fourth.
It's a turnover.
They will
on
turn it
downs.
over on downs. In motion, Naylor. Play action now. It's McCarthy. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I thought this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On second down, here's McCarthy. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And they will finally run him down. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 38 yards.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. They get the ball in their hands. Not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. Takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback.
And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 31-yard line.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. High-handed defender draped all over. Incomplete. Good work to the body of Moses. And set up a third down.
Brings up third down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. It'll be a Vikings first down. In motion, Naylor. They run straight ahead with Jones. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yards, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
Brings up second down.
They face second down and 7. To throw, it's McCarthy. He's going to keep it himself. And he will score again. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Will Riker now on for the extra point. He's got it. The Vikings will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
27, Falcons 16.
Riker out now, following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. McLeod now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Caught right side, it's London. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Gain of 17 yards.
That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
First and 10.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
6-yard pickup.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but get the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
14 on the pickup. It's good for a Falcon first down.
First and 10.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
Now he takes off. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Forget it, with just under 90 seconds remaining.
At the 16-yard line.
Two timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Great London. Touchdown Atlanta.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession. So they're still alive, but now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
All right, so the Falcons try to add on a 2-point conversion here.
The Falcons will line up for the
Looking to throw. The pressure too much. He goes down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
A one-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
The throw here is complete. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
On the draw, here's Jones. And he's going to pick it up. Took it down inside the 35 for the first down. Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So it is a win for our visitors.